Greetings, light workers. This is Zoya Transformation, and this is your daily reading for this day. Cards have been shuffled and divined, and I'm going to put up the three things that have been showing up all over social media for the last few days. Number one, Cat Williams. If you haven't heard what all Cat Williams said or did, have at it. There's plenty of it up there to look at. It'll drag you down into the deep hole of abyss. Well, the card that came out for that whole situation is the Eight of Water. And the Eight of Water says, I fearlessly pause to re-examine where I have been, where I am, and where I might go. Now I consciously choose the path that is right for me. What do I say? But there was a movie from Jeffrey Wright's, there's a line from Jeffrey Wright's movie, American Fiction, where he says, his mother, Leslie Uggam, says, your father was a genius, and geniuses are very lonely. So I'm going to piggyback on that and say, Cat is a very funny guy. He's a very smart guy. He has owned his ability to move on in the world of entertainment without leashes. However, as this card said, you can look at where you've been, you can look at where you're going, and then look at where you want to be and choose wisely. Now, alienating everybody who is in the industry, who has been on your path, is a choice. However, is that the choice you really want to make? So we can use these choices that people make around us that we get to see and see how they play out in our own lives as we choose what it is we want to do. Do you want to set up your life so that at every turn there's pushback? Is it true that to have actual change in life, you must resist? Or is it more favorable to move like water? Recognize that a thing is not how it should be, and moving in a way to be an example of how it can be. Any way else is going to give you resistance. Now, I'm not telling you what you got to do or what to do. I'm just talking about what works for me. Moving on to the second card and the second area of importance right now, and that is religion. The card that came out for religion is perseverance. And religion has been up to now a way of being that was brought to you by your family as to how to be better, possibly, or to someone who you held in high esteem, to show you how to have a better relationship with the all. Now, after you got a foothold in the door, it is your responsibility. I'm just talking about me. It's my responsibility to have daily communion, or regular, because I don't know what yours is, and every day might not work. Regular communion with the divine. Why? Because we want to stay in alignment. We want to be doing what we came here for, and we don't want to encounter a lot of resistance. How do you do that? How do you do that unless you are making contact for yourself? Because the religion we know here is about shame, is about guilt. It's about pushing you into what is right for the person who's talking, who has the strongest conviction. But if you know, like I know, no one is going to leave with you and go at the same time or be with you on this entire journey. So you better figure out what it is that works for you. Stay out of arguments and work that thing. Be the best you that you can be, because that's what you came here for. not to be the best righteous person for the next judging person, but to embrace your gifts and to help somebody else. Stop using it as a whipping stone or whipping whatever, beating on people with your beliefs. And that bleeds into the third card, an idea that is always in the media, and that is politics. The card that fell from the Language of Light deck, called about politics, is awakening. When we awaken to all these people that we hold on high esteem, either in the public arena, in politics, use their platforms to push along their agendas. And sometimes you are in agreement, but you don't necessarily need a poster boy or girl to follow. Be in agreement, show up for that cause. When it's time to put your check mark in the little voting box, put your check mark in it, and stay out of all the rest of that stuff. Can you imagine how much we can get accomplished if we weren't in opposition to what Cat Williams said, opposition to what the government is doing, opposition to what that pastor said? Go with the flow, guys. Show up in love. Use love as your guide. And be clear about who you are. And you don't have to argue, convince, or hold any place other than your stand for you in the world. Your work will be done, and it'll be done in a quality way. Thank you for listening. Namaste, and be well. Bye-bye.